Hi, I'm Toby. I'm a third year sociology major and I'm from County College, and I took the FASS Internship at the Dukes last summer.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm also third year, but I do English, Literature and Politics. I'm from County and I did an internship over the summer with Carcanet Press in Manchester.
I kind of heard about the FASS internships through word of mouth. There was quite a good buzz going around my college and my friendship group about the FASS internships and how they look like a great opportunity to get straight into the world of work whilst at uni. So I kind of looked through the long list, quite a lot of them appealed to me. I kind of knew I wanted to work in the arts or kind of small sort of media based organisations, so I applied to two of them, one of them a copywriting organisation and one of them at the Dukes. I found it really easy to apply for. It was only a short application process, and the FASS placement team were there to support with any queries that you had.
So the process of applying for the FASS internship was really easy. It was like a simple sort of blanket application thing. So you sent your CV and a cover letter to each job that you wanted to apply for. So I applied for 9 of them because I'm eager, and it was fine, yeah. I sort of changed up, I had a standard sort of cover letter that I then changed for each role and went on the website of each place I was applying for and sort of made it specific to that job.
It felt really good to be coming from just coming from studying to actually being thrown in straight into the deep end of the world of work. That's the kind of nature of these internships. They are they kind of throw you straight into what other people are doing. It's not like the classic sort of 1 week free placements in places where they just make you make drinks and stuff. You were properly thrown in. It wasn't so much a difficult thing, but it was a really new experience. But it was really enriching. I feel like when I go to get a full-time job in the future, it'll be something that I'm much more relaxed about now.
Yeah, same actually. I think it was one of the main things that shocked me was how fast you sort of became that role. Because I was working for 3 months, 9 to 5. It felt like part of the team. And similar to what you were saying, the 1 week internship thing is insane. I'm in charge of the interns at my work now, and sort of trying to make them do things that are things that are important, because I realise how important it is to have that actually enriching experience and actually learn something, not just sort of shadow or whatever. It felt really strange to sort of see what I was doing actually make a difference and actually be out there. It does feel quite surreal to be managing other people who are looking to me to know what they're doing.
Working in the arts is quite especially theatre, is quite an intimidating environment potentially, because I was at the rehearsals and opening night of the summer park show that the Dukes does, and I had to kind of approach members of the crew who I wouldn't have known, and potentially members of the public as well. And it takes quite a lot of confidence that you've not yet used before. Yeah, and I'd also say just that general sort of being able to ask for help, because you very much are used to doing that in forms of education, but in the world of work you kind of need to know that it's okay to kind of not know what you're doing. And especially kind of asking for more, because that's the nature of an internship, since you don't have your own sort of set job roles per day. It's kind of asking, oh, is there anything else that I could be doing? And it worked well doing that, because being in the summer, you're covering other people's holiday as well, so you're kind of doing what everyone else is doing. Also learning new softwares like MailChimp and the box office systems we use are quite challenging, but in a supportive team there's no issue with that. You just get to know it, and it's really useful for future careers as well.
Just sort of asserting yourself and realising that you're there for a reason, you're being paid to do what you're doing, so you have to believe what you're doing is right and important.
Being the sole responsibility of running the Dukes Instagram was a big highlight, because it was a really big thing to give an intern, so I'm quite grateful that it gave me that social media experience, and that kind of allowed me to sort of put my creative touch in it. I sort of picked up on areas where potentially you could be doing something new and putting more sort of digital content in there as opposed to just photos.
I got to go to a lot of free events, that was fun. And also like in terms of responsibility as well, yeah, so like I was running like the Carcanet Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, not solely on my own though, like to be fair, Jazz was still overseeing what I was doing, but that was quite exciting, like to see, especially when I was like on my own phone and like looking like say on Twitter on my own account, and then I'd sort of see like a tweet that I had done and I was like, oh, that's strange, like how weird, like that was me. Yeah, I did quite a few cool things with the social media in the same way, like I did a few like giveaways and competitions that really raised our like profile, and I interacted with some like quite nice important people in like the poetry community, which was really exciting and really a highlight for me, definitely.
So I had a really good time at my internship, as you could probably guess, and it worked very, very conveniently because they couldn't necessarily keep me on in the same capacity because of funding and lack of sort of resources. But a job vacancy came up at the same time for business development assistant, which has kind of overlaps with marketing. So I took that, I applied for that, and then I eventually got it, which was
mine.
yeah, which was really, really good. It was quite surprising that I got that as well. But I think having the internship helped a lot with getting this new job.
So I still work in the same role I worked in as an intern, but I'm like have more responsibility now and more of like an official sort of job role and job title, which is nice. Yeah, so next steps. I feel like in the same sort of similar way I've realised I want to stay in marketing and in publishing as well, I think, which surprises me. But it's, yeah. I think what's interesting is that a lot of the jobs that are done by people in Carcanet aren't done by people who come from the necessary like departments you'd think they were. Like, so our sales manager, like he did a creative writing degree, and now he works as a sales manager doing like accounts and like spreadsheets and stuff. And I think it goes to show that it's more about like the passion you have than it is about the qualifications you have, because if you care about something then you can learn it and you can care about it.
Yeah, like people kind of say that you kind of think you have to do a marketing degree to do a marketing based job, but you very much don't, because in the kind of arts publishing kind of organisation you have to have the passion in that area. Like it wouldn't work just to have the kind of skills. I'd say to first years, get involved as much as you can at university. Like we've both done Scan, the student newspaper, and we've kind of worked our way up through that, and that's been a really enriching experience that I think it's kind of helped us get the internships as well, because we learned the Adobe softwares like InDesign and Photoshop from doing Scan. I feel like we potentially wouldn't have got where we are without that, and social media as well, because we were both in charge of social media in second year. So I'd say definitely get involved in things that would help your career, but also that you enjoy as well. Don't be really career oriented and nothing else.
Oh, massive.
Don't think like LinkedIn is the only important thing in life. Like you need to be actively doing stuff that you can show for the jobs. And then definitely apply for the FASS internships as well.
No, literally saying like, so in first year I did like so many societies. I was like, I'm going to do everything I can. And that was great, but it also sort of overwhelmed me a bit because I wasn't thinking about what I wanted to do as like I actually enjoyed. I was just sort of like, what will look good on the CV? And then by second year I'd sort of narrowed it down to things I actually enjoyed. And I think that it was useful to have so many like societies in first year and be sort of unsure of myself, because it pushed me to do things that I wouldn't have done before, like applying for this internship, which has obviously got me into this position. So yeah, I would say just try everything you can, but don't feel stressed at the same time, because you'll find your groove.
You can kind of do too much, which we are potentially doing. So you need to kind of make time for doing your work as well, because the degree is obviously what you do.
Oh yeah, definitely.